Okay, 1 minute past 11. Let's get started. Thanks for joining me for this session where we're going to look at some free video tools that you can use to make videos for use in your classroom and online. The session, I want us to be a bit more interactive than online normally is. So I am going to ask you that if you have a question or you have a comment, don't raise your hand, just interrupt me, unmute yourself, and start speaking. Okay, with that said, let's get going. In this session, we're going to have a look at two tools. First of all, PowerPoint and how to do recordings in PowerPoint. I think by now and after 2020, most of you know how to do this. So I'm just going to give a quick browse over of how to do that and what your options are. And then the second thing that we are going to have a look at is Windows built-in video editor. It used to be called Video Editor, very boring name, but now it's got a new name called Clipchamp. And Clipchamp, you've got the free version, where you can do just about anything that you want to, or you have also got, is there someone that wants to say something? Kelebogile, I'm just going to ask you to mute yourself. Unless you want to say something, then you're more than welcome to chat. Okay. And then we've got the new version, the paid version of Clipchamp. And with the paid version, you've got all kinds of add-ons and freebies and things that I will show you. Okay. First thing that I want to ask you or tell you is when thinking of using video in your classes, to get creative. And I want to show you an example of someone that I follow on YouTube. I follow this guy's YouTube channel. He is actually an astrophysicist with NASA. And as a hobby, he decided to make educational videos on science for school level learners. But the way he does it is with just a cell phone, and he sets up experiments and things like that in his classes. Selena, you want to say something? Did you just forget to mute yourself? Okay, so I'm going to show you a little clip of the kind of things that he does, and just to get your creative juices flowing. Let me start by saying, use what you have. If you've got a cell phone, that means you have got a video camera. Then you can get creative by getting your students to do their assignments in video format. And you can do that by, I know our new LMS has wonderful tools built in where a student, instead of writing his assignment, he can use his webcam and record it to you. And you can give immediate feedback by re-recording a video and sending that back. So using video in those ways are great. And then you might have challenges with big files, and you can use tools like WeTransfer to get video sent. But also thinking of challenges is challenge your students to show you what they have learned by making videos. And I'll show you some examples of that. So let's look at one of these videos.
Let's look at some response.
Whoa, actually, we have skipped a whole video here. Okay, so this is the kind of videos that this guy makes.
Welcome back to science class. I'm your host, Mark Rober. This is live, and it's good to be here. Today, we'll be answering the question, how do astronauts weigh themselves in space? In space is implied there. Because if you're friggin' in zero gravity, you're weightless, a scale will just float right by you, right? So what happens if you step on it? It's going to read 0. So how do they know if they're gaining weight from all that astronaut ice cream? We're going to figure it out. We'll give ourselves 3 clues as usual. We're going to use as few equations as possible. Here we go. Clue number 1. Objects are lazy. Newton's first law states objects are lazy, all right? This hammer is just chilling here and it's not moving. It's not going to move unless something comes and pushes it and makes it move. And if it is moving, it's going to keep moving until some other force comes and stops it. All right? All right, here we go. I only rehearsed this once. This may not work. Here we go. Physics. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could count that as a win. All right. Here we go. We're live. We're switching out the set. The objects, you'll notice, did not move. Okay. Well, stuff floats in space, right? There's no gravity. So what's up with that? Well, that leads us to our last clue, clue number 3. The concept of mass versus weight, all right? So mass is just a measure of how much stuff is in a thing, right? How many atoms are in there, basically. So weight is how...
Just have to remember to unmute myself. That gives you an idea of what can be done in science. So now before we go
I enjoyed that so much.
Okay, great. Now I want one of you to, I'm going to ask for a volunteer, otherwise I'm going to randomly select someone. Tell me what your subject is and how you can create a lesson using video. Any volunteers? Am I going to have to pick someone? Let's randomly pick someone here. And I am going to pick on Kobus. Kobus Fourie? What subject? What's your subject?
That would be career guidance.
Career guidance. Okay. So let's brainstorm. How can you use videos?
By maybe showing a person in a specific work environment and what they're doing, or it could be more interesting than that.
Okay, that is actually brilliant. If you can start showing, I mean, growing up, I love musical theater. I did not know that musical theater is something that you could study until I started working here 23 years ago, and by that time I was in my mid-20s. I did not even know that that was a career opportunity. So if you can start showing your students what is available out there and what a career consists of, that's a brilliant way of using it. And you don't even have to create videos. There are so many things on YouTube that you can reference. So, excellent idea. Okay, anyone else want to volunteer? Am I going to pick someone again? Oh, we have got a Killian.
Thank you. The silence makes me uncomfortable. I'm in nature conservation, so it's really easy. So we could use, if we're teaching students to identify animals, we could get one of those game viewer cams that are at water holes, and we could say, okay, which animals are coming, which ones are going, are they males, are they females, what condition are they in, what age are they? I use videos a lot in my teaching around game capture, around animal behavior. So yeah, we use plenty of videos. I certainly do in my teaching, but I've got a subject that really lends itself to it.
Okay, That is excellent. Looks like I'm preaching to the choir here. Let me turn this question around. Who here does not think that they can use videos in their classroom effectively? Who thinks it's going to be a challenge? Let me start calling out names here. Bianca. Well, Bianca, I know you use videos. Blessy. Blessy and Jacob. Blessy, unmute yourself for us. Ooh, Blessy's not attending.
Sorry, Chris, do you want me to
yeah.
maybe mention what could be challenges?
Yes. Throw challenges at me.
I think if sometimes a video, although video is very interesting and it's a very good technique, you also got to be selective of what you view, because it can also be boring if not chosen the correct. If it's just someone in front of a camera just talking the whole time, and it's not done effectively, and the content is not really expressed well, it can be just as the same as someone who's just in front of a class with a textbook, just reading. So
Yes.
I think that could also be where that's when it's not effective, and then lack of interest for the students. So it's kind of pointless. So also your selection and what you use and how you go about the video.
Yes, that's a very, very good point. So you have to keep things interesting. So you have to get creative with the way that you present these classes. But I find lecturers, teachers in general are very creative people. You need to be. Would you agree with that statement?
Yes.
Okay. Although I have walked into some very, very boring lectures. Okay. I'm going to pick one more person. Dorothea Timpe. Are you with us, Dorothea?
Yes, I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Tell us, what
Okay.
is your subject?
My subject is microbiology. Yeah,
Microbiology. Yeah.
microbiology, yes.
Okay, yeah.
In my case, so far I've used the videos in um, explaining the practical work in microbiology. Like the students would watch the videos before they do the actual practical to make it easy for them to understand, because I realized in the past that when I just do a pre-lecture with PowerPoint, it was, yes, they had a bit of knowledge before the practical, but with the videos it worked out much better, because the videos were specifically designed according to the every step-by-step procedures that were in the practical manual that they're using. So it was worked well for me. But I'm happy you talked about the fact that they should be, the previous speaker mentioned the fact that they should be interesting and not boring. That's something that I've observed, that I didn't put a lot of creativity in that. It was like just going through the manual, then yeah. But yeah, so
At
far
least
it worked
it's a
out well.
start. It's a start. At least you started. You didn't wait
Yes,
until you
yes,
became an actress. You'll become an actress as you go along.
yes.
Okay, no, that's excellent. And animations would be something that you could make
Oh,
use of a
yes.
lot. Mm.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. If you need help with producing videos, speak to me and I can help
Yes,
you
I'll
with that.
do that. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, you get the idea of getting creative. And I think I've got a bunch of creative people here today. So I'm not too worried about that. So what we're going to do is we are going to actually have a look at PowerPoint to record in. So is there anyone here that Kelebekile, speak to me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, thanks.
That's not Kelebekile speaking. Yeah.
Can
Who
you
am
hear
I
me?
speaking to?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who am I speaking to? Okay. Speak to me.
Okay. I think just to share with you and and the panel here. I'm so much excited to see your presentation. It's for the first time I do attend this. I've seen it last time, but I couldn't attend. Quite interesting enough, on my side, I'm teaching operations management from the Department of Operations anyway. It did happen to me that sometime last year, I tried to do the similar exercise with my students. Let me try to start by saying, for instance, that I normally prefer to have some of the YouTube videos that are linked to a particular chapter that is coming from YouTube anyway, to be specific. And the other time, I tried to extend this type of an exercise apart from the exhibition in the class. I gave students an exercise, and the outcome of the exercise was for them to be able to answer the questions. But in terms of answering some of the specific questions, they have to record themselves, for instance, and be able to do the submissions, and the students in the class can be able to rate the quality of the video or even the presentations, for instance.
Okay.
It was so much of fun. Although at the beginning, you know, the students, it was for the first time they do it. So some of them, they had some doubts. Some of them, they've got the fear and all of those type of things. But eventually it did work, and it worked so much well, you know. I also learned a lot that there are some other apps that are available that students used, for instance, that I was not aware of, that can be used to edit the videos and all of that. So when we were talking about the volunteers, I was just trying to think about searching for one of the videos maybe that I can be able to find from the system that was done by the student. But I notice I do have some of them here. But maybe if the time allows, I can share. But if not, it's still fine. But I'm so happy about what I'm seeing. Thank you so much.
I would actually love to see one of those examples. So at the end, I am definitely going to ask you to share your screen with us and share one of those videos with us. But what is interesting to me, what I've noticed is, first of all, the learning school and the extra skills that not only you as a lecturer develop, but your students develop, and it's tools that they can actually use in the real world. So yeah, definitely the students are going to kick against this, but students will kick against anything that you present to them until that they are into it. But yes, I would love to see those videos. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you so
Has
much.
has anyone else here gotten their students to make videos or do their presentations on videos? No one. Kilabakile, you are a pioneer, it seems. Hey, we have got Shona Lee.
Good day, Chris. Yes, we encourage our, I'm actually not from the academic side, but from the support side. We encourage our peer educators to, when they want to create messages for students with regards to their health and their wellness and so forth, we encourage students to make their own videos, you know, using various types of platforms and so forth. We also encourage them to do it in their presentations when they are mentoring a younger group of peers and so forth.
Yeah, that's awesome. How do the students that are being the mentees, how do they find the use of a video?
They find it a lot more reaching because they actually what they enjoy. I think the students enjoy being I almost want to say the center of attention.
Yeah.
So they quite enjoy the whole acting and the whole challenge for them with regards to them taking them out of that comfort zone of, you know, sitting in a chair and presenting or standing behind a podium, but then actually taking them out of that comfort zone and enriching their skills as well, because looking at going further beyond TUT. When you go into the workplace, a lot of these things must be able to do. So that's why we encourage it quite a lot with the peer educators.
Yeah. And what happens here is active learning starts taking place. Students are not just sponges anymore. They start participating in their learning experience. On the chats here, I've got a message here from Kelly A. A big challenge is the sound quality in the classroom, often not loud enough from the whole class to hear. There are ways that we can help you with that. So that is, once again, if you have a challenge like that, speak to me. We have got technologies that can help you. And there are many ways to kill a cat. Okay. So is there anyone here that has not recorded a PowerPoint slideshow, a presentation? Can so I can quickly show you without too much detail of how to do it, just so that I can tick my box of I have showed you. So as I always mention, the trick to using any piece of software on a computer is RTFS. And RTFS, is there anyone that can tell me what does RTFS stand for? Shout it out.
Read the screen.
Sorry, Chris.
Yes, Selena.
Yes, sorry to take you back a little bit.
No.
I have recorded on PowerPoint presentations before,
Okay.
but I find it that, it's not to repeating. So is there a way in which the recording can still stay with a PDF document?
Okay, you are breaking up a bit there. Do you want a way to link
Available
PowerPoint?
on PowerPoint.
Link the
Can you hear
PowerPoint
me
with
now?
a PDF. Selena, you broke up quite a lot.
Yes. So okay. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, let's try it again.
Okay, so I've recorded on PowerPoint before, but as soon as I save that document into a PDF, I lose the recordings. So is it a thing that it's only and something else, then you lose the recording or what?
Okay, so when you save your PowerPoint as a PDF, you lose the recordings. Is that your problem?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me explain something to you. A PDF is similar to a Word document. It is not a video file or an audio file. So the way you would work around that is, let's start off by quickly showing you a recording here. We're going to start off and we want to RTFS, read the friggin' screen. And we read the screen. What we want to do is record. So we look for, here's record. We click on record, and then we have got options here from beginning, from a current slide, screen recording and audio and all kinds of things. We just want to record from the beginning. Now, nowadays, if you've got the newest version of PowerPoint, you will also have this Cameo button, and Cameo allows me to put my webcam inside of my recording. So I can record my face inside my PowerPoint slideshow if I want to. I'm not going to use it for this session. So I'm just going to get rid of the Cameo. But that is something that you can make use of should you want to. Okay. We just want to do a normal audio recording. So I'm going to take it from the beginning. I'm going to say record from beginning. And this is my first slide. I strike record, it gives me a countdown, 3, 2, 1. And now I am recording what is happening on this slide. In the session is on this slide. And on this slide, I have the tools and then interesting videos. Okay, once I'm done, I hit escape. And now you will notice that on my screen, I have got these audio things that I can play. The tools, and then interesting video. Okay, so each slide now has an audio track that is assigned to that slide. Now, if I save my slideshow, it will save the audio track. But if I save it as a PDF, I'm going to lose the audio track. What I would ideally want to do is save it as a video that the students can watch. And I do that by going to File, Save as a Copy, and then my drop down where I would normally select the PDF, I have got the option of MPEG-4 video. And if I click MPEG-4 video, it will save it as a video format that you can share with your students. Does that make sense to you now?
It does. Thank you so much.
Okay, so is that going to solve your problem there?
Yes, definitely. Because I didn't want, I think once you do that, then you can't edit the PowerPoints. So the whole reason of me saving it as a PDF was so that it's not editable. So this then is perfect. It's best of both worlds. Thank you.
Once it's a video, it also becomes a bit complicated to edit, although you can. Same with your PDFs. There are workaways around it, but yeah. So that is ideally how you would want to package your final production.
Thank you, Chris.
Is as a video. Okay. Now, the nice thing about saving these PowerPoints later on, let's say you change something on your slide and you just want to re-record this slide's audio, you can actually delete it. And then on your record options, if you say from current slide, you can then just re-record this one slide without affecting the other audio tracks. Okay. Does all of this make sense to you guys?
Chris?
Yes.
Do you let's say you start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep speaking for the recording and you move on to the next slide? How do you move from one slide to the next while you're speaking or recording? How does it go?
The way you would do is the same as when you're doing the presentation. So you can either use the arrows on your keyboard, or you can click with a mouse, and that just automatically moves to your next slide.
Okay, so you just keep talking and you move on with your presentation. Okay.
As if you are doing the presentation live.
Okay, thanks.
What I sometimes suggest to people, because it is really strange speaking to a computer and not a classroom. So sometimes it really feels strange. So what I tell people is you can actually do this in your class if you've got the right audio equipment, but you can do the recording live. But your slideshows end up being a lot longer. Your recording is a lot longer. When you are presenting an hour class, that is usually a 15 to 20 minute video recording. We do things a lot slower in a classroom. Okay. So, Riel, if there is a specific place that you want to start and you want my assistance, I can come and help you and take you through the process of starting to record your classes.
Thank you.
Okay. So, any questions on PowerPoint? Then we can get to Clipchamp. And Clipchamp is a video editor that we have in Windows. Now, if you're still on Microsoft Windows 10 and you type in Clipchamp, it might have to download it. If you're already on Windows 11, you will automatically have it. But this is Microsoft Clipchamp that is free to use with Windows. If you're at your computer and you quickly want to check whether you've got Clipchamp, just go to your Start button and type in Clipchamp and see if you've got it. Just as a matter of interest, who can find Clipchamp on their computers?
I have Windows 11, so I already have it.
Okay, great. You've all got access to it. If you have difficulty finding it, let me know and I'll help you. You don't need permissions to install this. Okay, so we have got this interesting screen here. There's an upgrade button, so if you want the paid version, you can upgrade, but you can do just about anything you need. Okay, so we have got templates here, an intro, outro, if you want to do Instagram videos or YouTube videos or social media ads or gaming, slideshows, TikToks, etc., etc. If you want some inspiration, you can look around here. But we are not social media guys, we are educators. So we are just using this to edit our standard videos. So what do? RTFS. So first of all, create a new video. So we start with create a new video. And this brings up my editor. Now let's say, well, the first thing that you would want to do is get video to edit. So we're going to start by importing media. And import media, you have got a drop-down menu. If you click on the drop-down menu, we can browse files. So that's videos that's already on your computer. That would be videos that you've downloaded or the MPEG-4 video files that you created from your PowerPoints, etc., etc. Then there's also a from phone, and if you click this, it will actually bring up a QR code that you can scan with your phone, and it will link directly with your phone. So any videos on your phone will immediately be imported into Clipchamp. For this exercise, I am just going to import media that's already on my phone, on my computer. Let's see what I have got here. Let's get something that is just a little bit more interesting. Let's use Dr. Annemarie Breitenbach from our Polokwane campus. Let's use her video. So now I've got the video over here, and I can drag it onto my timeline. And on my timeline is where the magic happens.
Good day. I'm Dr. Annemarie Breitenbach. I'm the academic manager in the department.
Okay, so there I have got her video and I can move through it. Let's say I just want a certain section of this. So I can move my pointer to where I want to cut the video. So I want to cut it over there. And I use my scissors to split it. And I don't want a full video. I just want a couple of seconds.
Diploma courses and 3 advanced diploma courses.
And that's all I wanted to say. So I split the video again. So now I've got 3 sections here. Let's delete the first part and let's delete the last part. And we can move this up to the beginning. And now the only video we've got is this.
For 3 diploma courses and 3 advanced diploma courses.
Okay. So that is basic editing on Clipchamp. I can also use Clipchamp. I've got a bunch of menus here on the left-hand side. Your media is the first one. Record and capture gives me the option to record the screen and my camera, or just my camera, my webcam, or just my screen. And text-to-speech is something that I will show you as well. But you've got different options here. Let's record a bit of my camera. Okay, I'm going to use this really low quality built-in webcam of mine, and I click record. Gives me a countdown, 3, 2, 1. Hello, we're going to have a look here at a video from Dr. Annemarie Breitenbach. Stop. Hello, we're going to save and edit. So now I've got my video that I've just recorded over there. Drag it into my timeline as well. And I want this playing before Dr. Breitenbach's video, so I drag it before her video, and my video should now look like. Hello, we're going to have a look here at a video from Dr. Hello. Ooh. Sorry. Dr. Manfred Breitenbach's video, we drag it in there. Hello, we're going to have a look here at a video from Dr.
Good day. I'm
Okay, so you get the idea of what I'm doing here? Any questions on that?
This is awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so you can do basic video editing. You've also got those templates that we talked about. Okay, and you've got music and special effects that you can use. They are free to use ones. And then there are these with the diamonds, and that ones you have to pay to use. But you've got music like this. So let's say I want to use this audio track. So I just grab it and I drag it down to my timeline. And now the audio is down there. To have a look here at, and if I have a look here, oh, just waiting for it to import. Have a look here at a video from now we've got the music playing there, and if I click on the music, I can actually take the audio and I can click on the audio button here and bring the volume of the music all the way down so that it's in the background and play it.
academic manager in the Department of
Okay, the music is still too loud. Let's bring it down a bit more.
Management Sciences, Faculty of Management Sciences.
Or I can even take the video clip and the audio, bring her audio up so that we can hear her better.
At the Mbombela campus.
Bring it up a bit more.
In our department, we offer 3 diplomas.
Okay, so these are free things that you can use, and then there are paid options as well. You've also got stock video that you can use, and that's all kinds of little video clips that you can put inside your videos if you want. Okay?
Hi, Chris.
Yes.
I wanted to know, can you do a combination of photos and the audio to create your video? So let's say you have photos and not actual video recordings. Are you able to create a video from that using the photos that will run through the screen while the music is playing on the background?
Good question. Let's go back to your media, and we can import media, and let's go and find a photo. Do I have any photos there? Oh, there's a photo that I took with my. There's a photo, and I can drag the photo into wherever I want the photo to be. So definitely, I can put photos in here as well.
Sciences, Faculty of Management Sciences at the Mbombela campus.
So yes, you can use photos, and the photos you can actually also just drag so that it can fit better into your frame. So yeah, you can go wild with photos and videos and audio.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris,
Yes.
is there a time limit on how long the vids or the clips can be?
No, there is no time limit. But you will notice that if you start going, depending on your computer's processing power, the longer the video becomes, once you get into an hour, your computer is probably going to struggle a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, but there's no time limit. Okay.
Chris?
Yes.
So if you want to put, for instance, the music before the video starts, do you just drag the video to the right and the music to the left or something like that?
There we go. That is all you need to do. So now our video starts with a blank screen. And then our video comes in. Hello, we're going to. Okay. So you can get creative where you want to move things to. Okay. Does that make sense?
Great, thanks.
Excellent.
I wanted to ask something, Chris.
Mm.
Specifically the technical making of that video clip now, but the music, the presence of the music there. Did you not say earlier on that that is a no-no in terms of concentration and the brain and all of that?
Yes, when you are doing educational videos, yes, don't use music in the background. But we're just playing around with video editing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. This is a problem with listening to the previous lesson, which was just about educational PowerPoint. I'm just showing you what the options and potential here is.
I understand. Thanks.
Okay. Kilian?
Thanks, Chris. This is a really, really cool editor. A question, please, on the size of the video that it produces. It's an ongoing problem I've got when I record PowerPoint or any kind of video. They're massive. And you've got to try and compress them and run them through Handbrake and put them in the back door of my tutor. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, but what are the sizes of the videos that come out of this app? And what are you please using to try and compress videos to make them a bit more manageable?
You are jumping the gun a bit.
Okay, I'll sit down then, don't worry. Thank you.
We'll get that, but it's a good question. Timothy?
Yeah, I see that when you're adding layers, maybe when you're adding a picture on top of what you have, or you add a video, you do them at the top. I used to struggle because I tried to put them at the bottom, but now I see what I've been doing wrong.
Yeah, you basically you are looking down from the top. So if something is on top of this layer, you're going to see my video there. But if I swap them around and put Dr. Annemarie's video on top, you're not going to see mine because mine is underneath her.
Okay.
So that's the layers that you're working with.
I see. Okay, no, thank you.
But you can actually go and split Dr. Annemarie and then move her out, and then you will get a video that comes from there. We're going to have a look here at a video from Dr. and jumps back there.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So your vision basically sees through there and then sees on top there again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any other questions before I carry on? Okay. The same way we have a stock audio, we've also got stock video and then stock images. So here's all kinds of images that you can use in your videos. There are so many. Okay, and these are free to use unless we've got a diamond. The diamond means you have to get the paid version. You can also add text, and you've got wonderful effects here that are pre-programmed that you don't even have to worry about. So let's use smoke, and we're going to drag that on top of our video. Now my text is over there. Double click it to edit it, and we're just going to say here, hello. Okay, I can change the font. Let's make it jiggle. It's a bit more fun. Change the size. Let's change the color to something like a yellowish. Okay, and let's have a look at what my title looks like now.
Good day. I'm Dr. Annemarie Breitenbach. I'm the academic manager.
Okay, so see, you can add text on top of your video. Any questions regarding the text? In that same way, you've also got graphics and shapes and things that you can, once again, just drag and pile on top of. And then we've got that squiggle on top of the video. So you can go crazy with little things like that. And then video transitions. That is from the one video to the next. If you've got them on the same timeline. Let's say I want to transition from this video to that video with something like, let's get something corny like a heart, and I drop it in between, and now my transition. Look here at a video from Dr.
Bombela campus.
Okay, now I've got that little transition in between the videos. So you can get creative. The brand kit is more for corporates, and there you have to buy a subscription. Okay. Now, any questions before I finish off this video? I'm just going to make it a lot shorter, and I'm going to drag the sound to be a lot shorter. Okay. Now I am done with my video, and I'm happy with the way it looks. Now I want to finish it up and export it as a video. Go to my export button, and under export, I've got a drop down again. And now I have got different quality options. Now 1080 is high definition. That is what your TV works on, the movies you watch on your TV, unless you really fancy with a 4K TV with those expensive ones. You're going to be using 1080 for a TV, 720 for something that you are going to put on the internet, and if you've or on your LMS, I would use the 720p. And then lower number 480p, and 480 is for something that you want to send, a quick video that you want to send on a cell phone, for instance. So the worse, the smaller the number, the smaller the file, but the worse the quality. So that is going to depend on where you are going to place these videos. Gillian, that your answer?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
Better than Handbrake.
Yeah, Handbrake is a very effective tool, but it's a bit of a schlep to work.
That makes my computer want to melt down.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, I'm going to assume that you're all going to play around with Clipchamp, and you're going to create a little video that thanks me for my time in presenting this class to you, and you're going to send it to me.
And you deserve it, Chris. Sorry, Chris, can I come quickly? So going back to the question that Kelly had, so if you're having a big video, right, so the best option is either you cut it into small segments, or that you shrink it using the option that you just showed us now, which then means you will lose some of the quality.
Yes, remember, as a rule of thumb, educational videos should be around 5 minutes. So you're already talking about a file that shouldn't be too big. If you export it as 720, you should be A4 okay and fine. But yes, if you've got something longer, split it up and get it to your students in that way.
So when it comes to the PowerPoint presentations that have recordings on them, are we allowed them to send that video as, you know, as big as, or I will need to split?
You are allowed to send that video to. Oh, Selena, your internet connection is a bit terrible. So I'm going to assume you ask, are you allowed to share that video with your students? And yes, definitely you are allowed.
Sorry, Chris, do you hear me? Sorry, my network is. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you for a couple of words, and then you disappear, and then you're back again. So let's try again.
Okay, so for the PowerPoint recordings, right? Remember you showed us how to record in PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yes, on those videos, can you send that as big as it is to the students, or you will need to split it up also? Let's say your PowerPoint presentation is 30 minutes. Can you send that as it is to them, or you will need to split it up into sections?
Okay, PowerPoint is automatically going to kick it out as a 1080p, as in high definition. So what you can do is drag that recording in here and then export it as a smaller file. That is an option that you can do.
Thank you.
And that will then compress your video.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. So the last thing that I want to show you before we get the examples that have been done by the students of Kelebogele is that same guy that I showed you. He, in his YouTube videos, asks, after he does a class like that, he asks his students to send him he puts a challenge to them, and this is the kind of responses he gets.
Let's look at some responses to the challenge video, then I'll give you the challenge for this week. This was amazing. Here we go.
So you get the idea. It's basically just people, students showing what they've learned. People like showing what they've learned. So give them the opportunity, give them the chance. And with that, if there are no questions, I am going to ask Kelebogile to share his screen with us. Any questions from your side? Ooh, silence. Okay, so there are 34 people in the session. I will expect 34 edited videos within the next week. Cool.
Sounds like more fun than marking test series 2. I'll prioritize that. I'll let my HOD know.
Okay, Kelebogile, show us what you've got.
Can you hear me now, Chris?
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah, I will just exhibit the outcome of the video. I was trying to search for the project school, but I didn't find it, but I will try to search, and if you're interested to see, then I can share with you.
Yeah, show us what you've got.
All right, no, that I just want to find, do you have the sound?
No, when you do your screen sharing, just stop sharing, and when you click share again, you will see there is an option that says include computer sound.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Who was the founder of
Perfect.
the Apple Inc. company? When did the Apple Inc. company start? Okay, today I'm here to share that information, that important information with you. An Apple Inc. company is an American multinational technology company that specializes in consumer electronics, software, and online services. An Apple Inc. company was founded on the 1st of April by their college dropout, which was Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, who brought the company a vision of changing the way people see the computers and understand the computers. Jobs and Wozniak wanted to make computers small enough for people to use them when they are at homes or at their offices. Steve was succeeded as CEO by Tim Cook. Apple Inc. became the first publicly traded USA company to be valued over $1 trillion.
This is brilliant.
In August 2018.
Just pause the video.
$2 trillion in August.
Now, do you think this student of yours will ever forget the names of Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs?
No, he will never.
He will never, because now the knowledge is part of him. It's not something that he just heard from you. It is knowledge that he made his own.
Yeah.
You see the value in education of video.
Yes. Yeah, and the other thing, Chris, you will see at the end, it only takes 5 minutes. I think you are left with 2.5 minutes. But what I'm teaching them in class, I'm asking them to align it with industry, to say these concepts that we are learning in class, how can companies out there make use of those particular concepts, for instance?
Yeah, this is where your job as a teacher comes in, that the instructions of what you want back in this video really becomes pertinent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm quickly going to ask get Kelly Ann to raise her question, then we can finish watching this video.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris. Kelly Bukile, this is awesome. I was wondering, how are your students resourced to make these videos? Are they doing them with their telephones, or do you have labs that they do them in? I'm just curious about the technology that the students have available to them to make these videos, because I think it's a fabulous idea. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. You know, at the beginning of this exercise, it was so much tough. We got those types of concerns from the student that we do not have access to technology to be able to make this. But for instance, any type of a device can be able to utilize this. And what we have done, for instance, is for us to be able to go and search for other apps that are available on Google App that can be utilized, and there are no fees for those particular applications. And we listed that on the LMS on D2L and say, guys, go and make use of the following applications. For instance, if you want to make your video to look interesting, for example. And the other thing as coaching, we said, look, guys, you've got time. We gave them much time, I think a month and a half to go and prepare this. Go and borrow a device from somebody else, or go to the ERC to be able to make this. And then at the end, you can be able to save it somewhere on the cloud or on your flash disk or wherever. So we gave them time to be able to do this. But from my side, it was the first time I do this exercise, and I'm very interested to continue with this particular exercise going forward.
Thank you. Would you, so with your permission, Chris, sorry, would you be willing to just share with us, even in the chat box, just which apps you recommended to your students, please, so we can just freeload on your learning, if that's
Yeah,
okay?
I will share it with Chris. Chris,
Thank
you
you.
can expect something from me. I will go back to my original notes and be able to find those particular applications. And then Chris maybe can be able to share with the team that attended. Thanks.
Thank you. I think it also is really good for their presentation skills to actually learn to speak in front of a camera, and we have lots of online conferencing and stuff now too. So I think there's great skills here. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Right. What I'll do is I'll share that document in the chat box afterwards. So just check in about a week or so in this chat on Teams, and that document I will post there.
All right, no problem.
You can actually see this video was done by Wondershare Filmora, created with Wondershare Filmora free plan. And who cares if they market themselves in their video, their free version?
What is the question, Chris?
No, I'm saying this free version that they are using for this video, for instance, the company is marketing themselves, but who cares? It doesn't take away from the experience or from the video.
Yes.
Okay, let's finish watching the video.
All right.
2020 and most recent 3 trillion in January 2022. Basically, Steve Wozniak created Apple Inc. because he saw the need for people to have personal computers. Not only we couldn't afford the computers that were on the market at that time, but also those computers were empirical for us to use. So we are going to focus mostly on the product that made Apple Inc. what it is today, which is the iPhone. iPhones are Apple's biggest source of revenue by products. We can take a look at the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 13 Pro and compare the two devices. We will start with the iPhone 11. Okay, people want to know what is so special about iPhone 11. Okay, let's start. There are many major features on the iPhone 11. It was upgraded with the dual lens camera system. Understand? It includes an f1.86 element, 12 megapixel wide angle lens, 26 milliliter focal length. The second camera with the f2.4 5 element ultra wide angle lens, 13 millimeter focal length, up from a single 12 megapixel camera lens in the iPhone XR. With the iPhone 11, you can still get a bright and colorful screen, good performance, excellent image quality, and a long battery life. Okay, let's talk about the iPhone 13 Pro, the biggest Pro camera system upgraded ever. Super Retina XDR display with promotion for fast, more responsive feel, light fast, and containing the super fast 5G. Okay, let's kindly look at the iPhone 13 Pro. Okay, here we look. Here is our iPhone 13 Pro. Components RAM size 6.0 gigabytes. SIM card type, it puts 2 dial SIM card. Device storage capacity 256 gigabytes. Digital camera resolution 12.0 MP. You can take a look at the iPhone Pro 13. Is it iPhone 13 Pro worth to buy? The iPhone Pro and its bigger brother are the best phone you can buy right now. These smaller Pro models is better suited for people who talk at large phones. Battery life has vastly improved over the past phone models, which is serious point in this device.
Kelebogile, from a lecturer side, would you prefer assessing something like this or assessing a written assignment?
I think based on global trends of what is basically happening internationally, we can be able to adapt.
I'm talking about you you personally.
Yes, we are going to assess students based on this one.
Yeah.
We're going to assess the student.
And your experience, was your experience a positive one or not?
Are you still there, Chris?
Yes, I'm here. So what I'm asking is, you personally, did you find this a more valuable way of doing things than just doing the normal written assessment? Ooh.
So your line is breaking a bit. Can you repeat the question?
My internet now giving up. No, I was just wondering your personal feeling on this.
Chris, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly. It seems my internet is giving up.
I can hear you, Chris.
Okay. Okay. But
Can you hear
thank you
me?
for, yes, we can hear you.
But your line is breaking.
Okay. Can the rest of the colleagues
Or
hear
is it
him?
my line? Can you hear,
Yes, we
Chris?
can hear you clearly, Chris. I think
can hear
his
both of
line
you.
is faulty.
Yeah.
Okay. But thank you for sharing that with us. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, guys, we've come to the end of the session. Are there any questions or feedbacks, or this is your last chance to speak?
Or
Then
forever hold your peace.
or forever hold your peace. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I really appreciate it. Shauna Lee.
Sorry, Chris. I just want to find out, TUT, do they have the free version or the paid version of Clipchamp?
It is the free version.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it is the free version. Sometimes you'll be surprised how many things I pay for out of my own pocket just because it's cheap and worth it. But that's up to you. The free version works really, really well. Okay. Guys, thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. I've got another session at 1 o'clock. It is an interesting, let me just quickly bring this up. It is online tools for effective educational videos. It is an interesting session. If you want to join me at 1, and if you can join me, it would be great to see you guys there again. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Chris.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Chris.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Chris. Bye.